So, Angela, what's the quality of local government like in Wisconsin? Are the residents lining up for a tax refund? I think you might be better off sticking to bird watching. Oh, Rose, how are the grandchildren going to feel when they see your performance? I think you might have been spending too much time in your garden without a hat. Rose, dear, has sunstroke set in? It's a pretty demanding job being a CPA, is it, Alan? Oh, gosh, I hope your clients don't have too many write-offs, because you don't cope well with complications, do you? In fact, you seem very confused for someone about to go into local politics. I mean, your performance today, I doubt whether you'd get any votes. Evelyn, the caretaker from Little Rock, who supports several charities. I must say, the pathetic amount of money you've managed to bank here, I hope no one puts you in charge of fundraising back in Arkansas. So, Jenny, the receptionist. Are you just decoration out front? Perhaps you spend too much time manicuring those beautiful nails of yours. And maybe next time you go for a makeover, they could brush up your brain power. Mary the waitress. How on earth do you manage to remember any of the orders? I mean, you can't remember general knowledge of any kind. I'm amazed you're able to count your tips. Maybe you can't, or maybe you don't get any. Barry from New York. You know, I thought Manhattan cab drivers knew everything. I mean, I wouldn't trust you to get me to Times Square or Central Park after that fiasco. Mind you, I note that you're a Knicks fan, so winning obviously isn't anything you're familiar with. Frank, I bet there's relief all round in Phoenix that you are actually a retired bank manager. I think one or two customers might think twice about putting their money in your hands these days. Samantha, like exercise, do you? Work out in the gym with dumbbells, do you? Quite appropriate, that. Maybe a bit more time developing your brain power and less work on your muscle power might be helpful. So, Ruth, looking forward to your finals. I wonder, are any of them in the subjects you tackled here today? Because if they are, I fear you're looking at an F, if you're lucky. You know, we all realise education standards are dropping, but I don't think any of us had realised just how fast they'd fallen. Well, if the accuracy of your reporting matches the accuracy of your answers, Sarah, how come you're not constantly being sued for libel? I think you should invest in a good encyclopedia. So, Tony, the executive recruiter, are you sure you're qualified to advise other people on the best job for them? You might be looking for a new job yourself after that performance. So, Nick, you want to get into politics? I'd say you've got all the right qualifications, a tenuous grasp of reality, an ability to get everything wrong, and a huge opinion of yourself. Is there any beginning to your talent? Do you have any admirers other than your mother? Cindy, so you're really more of a sporting type than an intellectual. I mean, your PE students are probably going to give you a very hard time when you get back to Boston. I mean, might it be an idea to surf off on the next strong breeze and go with the wind to somewhere else? Remind me, Steve, never to go to Hartford, Connecticut if you're an example of the calibre of the city council there. I mean, the place must be like the Wild West. And your hobby is steam engines. Quite appropriate, really, isn't it, Steve? Because you're mostly hot air. Karen, the secretary from Missouri, I do hope your shorthand speed is up to the job, because you didn't answer any questions here with much speed. I mean, do you make as many mistakes at work as you've done here? I think really you'd be better sticking to shopping your hobby full time. Tell me, Eddie, do you ever actually manage to find any of the places you're supposed to be driving your truck to? I mean, have you been keeping the window down? Maybe your brains have flown away. You know, I fear you are mostly on a dead-end road to Nowheresville. Tim, where did your genius start? Have you any talent? You know, when it comes to dispelling the myth that computer programmers are dull, you would not be the best ambassador. Perhaps you spend too much time in your bedroom having the wrong kind of fun. You should get out more. William, you know, if you're the sort of person controlling the airwaves, heaven help us, I'm amazed anything ever lands safely in Washington, D.C. I'd advise all the people who need to get there to use the train. Does Washington have an abnormally high number of mid-air collisions? I'd be surprised if it doesn't. Amber, what a gem of a performance. I mean, you're named after a precious stone, but then, alas, you turn out to know precious little about anything. I see you like all things physical. Well, that's good, because you're hardly in a position to pursue an intellectual hobby. Jules, you're studying fashion, aren't you? What a shame you have absolutely zero ability to match answers to questions. And also, you apparently like performance art. Not seeing much quality performing from you today, are we? Jojo, dear oh dear, who has not been paying attention? Too much skateboard shredding and hip-hop, I suspect. It's blasted your brain cells. That's presuming at some point you did have some brain cells. Ravi, who's studying to be an accountant. I think it might take some time for you to qualify. Mind you, if you ever qualify, will you get any customers? Would anyone have the courage to sign up with you? I think they'd have to be very rich and not mind at all if you lost them all their money.